June 12th of 2023, we'll be beginning our 25th year as a charter school in Kansas City.
Morning, Dominique.
You know, you walk in here, you fall in love with it. I can't imagine being anywhere else. You just fall in love with it. You fall in love with the kids. You fall in love with the staff. I wake up every day just blessed that I get to come to work here. It is my second home.
The whole classroom is like my family. My favorite thing about my classroom family is that we have two little pictures of my whole classroom and the third grade class when they were in second grade.
In 1999, Dorothy Curry and Sue Jarvis were working with Operation Breakthrough. And then that year they applied to be a charter school, and it actually started in the basement of a church. And they took, what they were wanting to do is after preschool from Operation Breakthrough, they wanted to give these children additional things that they weren't getting in the regular system, an opportunity to have those. And so Gordon Parks was born from that. Gordon Parks had a relationship with Dorothy Curry, and it was a long-standing relationship. What really came of it was his social activism and using his camera as his tool to bring light to what was happening in his community, to give it a voice.
Between each group would be beneficial.
We were thinking about Gordon Parks and his legacy when thinking through the process of teaching kids about photography, and we thought about some of the strategies that Gordon Parks used in his own photography of how to make an image as kind of a jumping off point, an inspiration point for the students.
We made cameras out of boxes. We had a box and then we had to fold it, but then we covered it with black tape and then we had to drill a hole in one of the sides so we could take a picture.
It was interesting to see the kids learning the process of photography in a completely analog way.
From the pinhole camera work that we did to build the boxes to the sun prints, the day that we were out when it was, 10 degrees outside and everyone was dancing around trying to stay warm as they were exposing their prints to the sunlight.
I don't think I've been this excited since the Halo Project, which is the gallery project in the main hallway, because this was kid-centered. Everything about this was the kids. You know, going to Kaleidoscope and watching them with the sun prints and watching them with the pinhole cameras, and everybody was engaged.
All of them are used to seeing cell phone camera images, so for them to be able to see that photography is actually light responding to a chemical process, it's a really interesting way to learn that.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Just even seeing their surprise in what can happen in that process, I thought that was a lot of fun. Working with kids, that their creativity and their voice and what comes out of it is just such an exciting part of that process. You can teach kids how to use the tools and what the general idea of it is, but then it's their own expression that comes out of it. That's such a wonderful gift to be able to see that.
I tell you something that I found so cute is the kids were saying, so we're going to take pictures? Well, my mama won't let me use her cell phone. I said, baby, no, use it. Because our kids, kindergarten, they're 5, 6, all they know is taking pictures with cell phones. They don't know. They said cameras, and they came in with cameras, and they were showing them how to look at cameras. They were looking, ooh, I can see. They really had no idea what a professional camera looked like. Even when they got the ones to take home, they're looking at them. We took a tour around the building. We got an extra camera from Dr. Klippo, took a tour, and each one got to hold the camera, look through it, see it, push the little thing, see the light come on. And they're like, yeah. I mean, it was just a new thing to them. It wasn't a cell phone. It wasn't a selfie. I'm looking here and I'm taking these pictures. And then when they bought it back and they said, so what are they going to do? How the pictures are going to get out? I said, well, it's called development. And we talked about it. And then when they saw the pictures of their puppies, especially the puppies, they love taking pictures of their pets. But it just blew their mind that I saw my puppy through that hole, and there's the picture. This is something. It just was amazing because kids in the cell phone thing. That's the only way they know about pictures. But that whole thing, especially when the photographers came to the room, did you look at that thing? Did you see that? I can see you, Miss Williams.
Ooh, we made cameras.
Tell me about that.
So we put our eye in the little square and we took a picture. Look at that. I took my camera home and it was a whole experiment. Me and my mom took pictures together and it was very fun. We take pictures that make us happy.
Yeah, mom and dad.
Yeah, siblings, pets.
Pets.
Yeah, those pets.
Most of the time, those were the favorite. Which one do you like best? My puppy, my doggy.
Yeah.
So when I took a picture of my desk, my bed, and Reggie, my dog.
Why did you take a picture of those things?
Because I wanted to. I took a picture of my baby sister because she looked cute. I told Lucy to take a picture of it because it was the only thing I could think of, and it is really special to me. Me and my mom our birthdays are 2 days apart, so I just took a picture of those balloons because I thought it was special. I took the picture of McDonald's.
Why did you take a picture of McDonald's?
Because I love McDonald's. It's so good. I took the picture of Denny's.
Okay, so what are some of the ones?
My mom, my uncles, and and my mom, and then me and my uncles too.
Seeing the students go from understanding about photography to actually doing photography, and then they're going to get to see their work. So it's a long road, but it's been a great road to help kids understand, help them see the world, through a lens, which is a lot of what Gordon Parks was all about.
It's an overused cliche about a picture worth 1,000 words. Gordon really knew how to bring out many, many words, many, many stories from just one picture. It was very difficult to separate the man from his work because the work was the man.
His legacy is everything. His legacy is everlasting. It's continuing to grow because he's a pioneer with so much, not just in one field. It's common to be successful in one field, such as photography, but it's not common to be successful in all the fields he did: photography, filmmaking, music, poetry, even professional basketball player. I think Gordon had that creativity without any doubt, but he had that resilience about him, that his story continues to live well because it's a great story to tell others, especially the younger generation, about overcoming obstacles. Gordon faced challenging obstacles I never could imagine.
He didn't know barriers. He didn't know roadblocks. I wanted to find out who the essence of Gordon Parks was. That's his story, and those are the facts and the things that he did throughout his life, but I wanted to experience who he was as a person. He didn't let anything stop him. That inspires me.
What do you think his thoughts and feelings would be about the work, or specifically this project, but the work that's happening with these students at Gordon Parks in his honor?
I think he'd love it. He would jump right in the middle and help them and get to be good friends with any and all of them and treat them like royalty. Treat them as important and want to have their signatures and want to have a sample of everything they made and take it home and have it be his own.
What the children did with their pictures lined so beautifully, because what they did is they brought light to things that are happening in their homes and their community, even the school community. Some of the kids pick pictures here that no one really realizes. When people think about a school, what they see are the APR scores the state puts out, or they see the tour they got for 20 minutes, and they don't really get to see and really experience what the kids are learning and their voices. And that's what this did, and it lined beautifully with Gordon Parks, because every piece of work he did, whether it was photographing his siblings or his own family or outside in his own community, it lined up with giving a voice to and a vision to what was happening. And our kids were able to do that same thing. And that's why it's so powerful. That's why it's such a beautiful project.
Memories are like dreams. You can only remember them for so long. And if you have something to remind you that you have that, then you can keep those memories forever.